Right, shalom, shalom. I just want to share some important and very serious news that has come out as of late, and I think this should be covered and talked about even more. And you're not really seeing this in the mainstream media, like CNN and CP24. They're not talking about this. This is very important. Now, before I get started, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom unto the hopeful elect. Alright, so it says Saudi Arabia's petrodollar exit, the global finance paradigm shift, and Lord willing, I'll post a link in the description during post-production for anybody that wants to check this out. But anyway, let's get on with the article. It says the financial world is bracing for a significant upheaval following Saudi Arabia's decision not to renew its 50-year petrodollar deal with the United States, which expired on Sunday, June 9, 2024. The lapsed security agreement signed by the United States and Saudi Arabia on June 8, 1974 establishes two joint commissions, one on economic cooperation and the other on Saudi Arabia's military needs, and was said to have heralded an era of increasingly close cooperation between the two countries. American officials at the time expressed optimism that the deal would motivate Saudi Arabia to ramp up its oil production. They also envisioned it as a blueprint for fostering economic collaboration between Washington and other Arab countries. The crucial decision to not renew the contract enables Saudi Arabia to sell oil and other goods in multiple currencies, including the Chinese RMB, euros, yen, and yuan, instead of exclusively in US dollars. Additionally, the potential use of digital currencies like Bitcoin may also be considered. This latest development signifies a major shift away from the petrodollar system established in 1972, when the US decoupled its currency from gold, and is anticipated to hasten the global shift away from the US dollar. Wow, that is big. And there's more to read, which I'll go into the second half of the article in a bit. But a lot was stated here. Wow. So pretty much, man, Saudi Arabia, they do not want to renew that 50-year contract. And rightfully so, because they're now a part of the BRICS, which is headed by Russia. And they're going to do their own thing. And they don't want to sell oil with the US dollar. They want to trade among those other nations' currencies. The currencies that were stated over here, which is Chinese RMB, euros, yen, and yuan, right? And all those currencies are a part of the BRICS, right? So they're going to trade with those currencies and not with the US dollar. You know, America, you've been living loftily, ever since your dollar was made the world reserve currency, right? It was a top dollar. You've been living good, and you were put in a very unique position because of that, because your dollar was the world reserve currency, right? For a very long time, you were able to print money out of thin air and inflate your dollar, and to pay for things without upfront taxation, and that caused these other nations, these other countries' economies to be destabilized and unstable. Salakia. Right, Salakia. I don't know why I said that. It caused these other countries' economies to become very unstable, and they weren't able to grow and prosper like how you have been able to grow and prosper. Right? It caused you to export inflation overseas, and you were able to spread it all over the world. And that's why your economy didn't get destroyed, right? Because if you know what happens when your currency is circulating in your country for a very long time and it's not able to go out and circulate around the world. It causes hyperinflation. That's why your economy was able to stay strong and to last so long, because of that position of where your dollar is, it being the world reserve currency. Right? But ever since the 70s, man, it's been downhill. ever since then. Since you really left the Bretton Woods system and you left the gold standard, pretty much it's been downhill after that. That's why Henry Kissinger, that's why he pursued that 50-year contract with Saudi Arabia going into the petrodollar. But now that's no longer the case. They didn't renew the contract. So now what does this mean? It means, man, the American citizen, the average American citizen, you're headed for some hard times. You're going to experience a lot of sorrows and woes, economically and financially. Same thing, right? And this is not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take some time. But we'll see. We'll see how it's going to be in the next 2 years, 5 years to 10 years, if we have that long anyway. But you guys are going to experience hardships. If you think it's hard now, wait till what's in store for you down the road, man. In about 2 to 5 years, 10 years. If you think it's hard now, wow. If you think it's hard now, wait for what the Lord has in store for you. All right, so I just want to get some precepts, because this is a false balance. You see, everything here was a false balance. This was all artificial. This was all man-made. The elites and these rich men, they put America into this position. The Lord is really not with this, because this is a false balance. And there's whole chapters that go into the rich man and his ways. But I'm not going to go into James the 5th chapter. I'll just get Proverbs, false balance. That's in the book of Proverbs. Type that, false balance. This is a false balance. So this is Proverbs chapter 20, verse 23. Diverse weights are an abomination unto Yahweh, and a false balance is not good. I'll read Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, but a just weight is his delight. That's right. So this was a false balance to put your dollar as the world reserve currency. That was a false balance because you destabilized a lot of nations' economies. You took out leaders. You've destroyed nations with your military. You used the CIA to destroy economies. I've already said that already. I'm kind of being redundant. But this was all a false balance. It was all done through rape, robbery, and murder and lies. Deceit, pretty much. So you have to pay for that, right? So the Lord is not with a false balance. He doesn't approve of diverse weights. And you backing your money with a petrodollar, that's not good either. Because your money is really supposed to be backed with gold. Right? Gold. Because that's what money is. It's gold. Yes, you can say petrodollar too, because that's a resource. But really, it's that gold. You went away from that gold standard, and then you started printing money out of thin air. And that's not good. Not supposed to do that. So really, the Lord's not with that. All right? The Lord's not with that. And even when you went into the petrodollar, to make that deal with Saudi Arabia, you had to do a lot of wickedness, man. You had to do a lot of wickedness. So even through the petrodollar, that's still a false balance. The way you set that up. All right? So let me get the hammer of the earth. Because there's a reason why you're the hammer of the earth. You're the hammer of the earth because of not just your military, but through you having that status of your dollar being the world reserve currency. You're able to manipulate and control things with your money, right? World trade is dominated in dollars, man. Right? But that's coming to an end, but for the most part, it was for a very long time. It was dominated in dollars. Okay? And that was put to work through the Bretton Woods system and things of that nature, even though they got rid of that system. But even after that, world trade was dominated in U.S. dollars. Okay? That's what everybody wanted to use and trade in. Anyways, let me get the hammer of the earth. So this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. It says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?" And pretty much the Lord is going to destroy Babylon, aka America. But it says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?" You know, if you're a hammer of the whole earth, it means you're a hegemon. You're the number one superpower on the planet. That's what that means. Okay, you can go anywhere you want and set up an embassy, bring your military, and put these nations on their knees, put them under subjection, and you've done that. You've done that. That's why you're over NATO. Okay, you control NATO, and you also control the EU. I'll just say that, man. Even though you're not in Europe, you control them, man, with your influence. Right? You're the man. Okay, so it says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?" And that starts with your military, but that also starts with your money too. You having that status of your dollar being the world reserve currency, right? But these other nations, man, they're moving away from that. They're moving away from that. So how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? How? You were so strong at one point. You were the man. You were the man. You know, everybody, you heaped up all these nations to come under you. That great melting pot, the city of Basra. You were the man. You know, you were the woman that sat on that beast, right? You were the man. But now you're taken down, and the Lord set that up. Now you're taken down by the Lord. Okay? The Lord is against you, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And, you know, going back to that hammer of the whole earth, through your military, you were able to get rid of the competition. Because there were other rulers and kings that you know, they saw through the petrodollar. They saw that was really a scam, and that was going to really destroy the world. You know, rulers like Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, you know, when they wanted to separate and do their own thing, you killed them. You killed them, because what did Gaddafi want to do? He wanted to set up the gold standard with the African Union, and he wanted to do his own thing with oil and trade and things of that nature, and with gold. But what did you do? You destroyed him. Same with Saddam. You destroyed him. So you really are the hammer of the earth. You're able to kill rulers and get away with it. You're able to do that. But anyways, man, just see here. We go into Isaiah 47. Actually, you know what? Let me go back to the article and finish it up. Okay, so it says cross-border CBDC transactions. And this is going into the chip, really. Going into cashless payments, digital ID. So anyways, it says here, in a more recent move, Saudi Arabia has announced its involvement in Project Mbridge, a project which explores a multi-central bank digital currency, CBDC, platform shared among participating central banks and commercial banks. It is built on distributed ledger technology to enable instant cross-border payments, settlements, and foreign exchange transactions. The project has more than 26 observing members, including the South African Reserve Bank, which was green-lighted as a member this month. The better-known observing members of Mbridge are those of the Bank of Israel, Bank of Namibia, Bank of France, Central Bank of Bahrain, Central Bank of Egypt, Central Bank of Jordan, European Central Bank, the International Monetary Fund, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Reserve Bank of Australia, and the World Bank. In tandem, the project steering committee has created a bespoke governance and legal framework, including a rule book tailored to match the platform's unique decentralized nature. That's right. So you know what CBDCs means. You know that goes into the MOTB and Revelation chapter 13, and 15 on down. Also going into Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 on down. So everything that you see here is really paving the way for the MOTB and for a digital system, a cashless society. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to bring forth. So really, not renewing this contract for the petrodollar things being traded in U.S. dollars is going to bring forth a cashless society, a new way of doing things, a new world order. Okay, so this is very heavy, man. This is big. It says evolution of Project Enbridge. Project Enbridge is the result of extensive collaboration starting in 2021 between the BIS Innovation Hub, the Bank of Thailand, the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates, the Digital Currency Institute of the People's Bank of China, and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. In 2022, a pilot with real value transaction was conducted. Since then, the Enbridge project team has been exploring whether the prototype platform could evolve to become a minimum viable product. MVP, a stage now reached. As it enters the MVP stage, Project Enbridge is now inviting private sector firms to propose new solutions and use cases that could help develop the platform and showcase all its potential. And like I said, man, going into the MOTB, all right? MOTB. So, hey, man, this is just going to polish the MOTB and the chip, cashless payments, digital idea, cashless society. You know, everything that Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum is working for. Anyways, let me go into let's go into Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, "Lament for Babylon, because Babylon is going down. America is going down." And this is what you're seeing right here. But America started going down in the 70s, ever since they left the gold. Well, really when they left the gold standard and they went into the petrodollar, they really started to go down because now their money wasn't really backed by gold, and they were starting to inflate their dollar, and then the standard of living went up, prices started to go up, and etc. Ever since the 70s, you've been going down. Your economy's been going down, and that's shown here in Isaiah 47, and that's prophecy. And we're getting near the end of America. Okay, we're getting near the end. So this is lament for Babylon. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. You're a virgin. You're a virgin daughter. You've never been touched. Your hymen has never been broken. You know, and that's on many levels because you've been so high up there, man. You're able to manipulate economies with your military and your dollar. Your dollar having that status of the world reserve currency. So yeah, you're the virgin daughter of Babylon, you know. You're a virgin. And also, you have never experienced war. You've never experienced foreign troops invading your soil, invading your land, and taking over. You've never experienced that before. You've been doing that, right? You've been going into these other nations and destabilizing them with your dollar and with your military, right? So now that's going to happen to you in these last days. So sit on the ground. There is no throne. That's right. So you're not going to be a world hegemon. You're not going to be on top. You're not going to be the king of all nations on the planet of Earth. The Lord's going to dethrone you. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And that's right. And pretty much America is no longer the place to be. We would have given a balm for her pains. I believe that's in the book of Jeremiah. You know, your austerity measures are not going to work anymore. These nations don't want to come here and make money anymore because they know the mirth is starting to cease. Oh, it's time to pack up shop. We made as much money as we can off of this whore. Time to go back to my country. Take that money back there. Okay, so you're no longer tender and delicate. This is not the place to be. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, and make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. And that's right, and that's talking about Yahushai. And Yahushai, he's going to be leading the charge for taking this place down. And that's going to happen physically. Physically. Right? Physically. Right now it's happening, it's playing out spiritually and through all these contracts and things of that nature. But physically, this place is going to be taken down by Yahushai. But America is being exposed for what it is. Okay, and it's being picked apart. And it's circling down the drain. Okay, so America is losing power as we speak. And this is a big blow. This is a big blow. Saudi Arabia's petrodollar exit, a global finance paradigm shift. This is serious. This is serious. If you don't think this is serious, something's wrong with you. And you know, the average American doesn't know what's going on. And they're ignorant, they're stupid, they're dumb. You know, they're worried about Gears of War 6, Gears of War E-Day. They're worried about what next Xbox game is coming out. You esports professionals. You're worried about what Kanye West is doing. You're worried about the Super Bowl. You're worried about the NBA Finals, MLB, NFL. You're worried about all that bullshit. But your country is being picked apart. Okay, and it's going down. It's going down. It's going down, and it's getting worse every day, every second, every hour. It's going down. So anyways, man, I just want to give all praises, glory, and honor to unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, that do teach well, that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom, and shalom unto the hopeful elect. Kwam Yashala and a Bible ball. Shalom.